Did you know that the process of making a single knife can take up to 40 hours? That's right, a lot of effort and precision goes into creating these essential tools. Knives, they're more than just a tool. They're a testament to our innovation and resilience as a species. From the humble beginnings of our ancestors chipping away at stone to form the first rudimentary blades, to the sleek, sharp and sophisticated tools we have today, knives have always been an integral part of our lives. Whether we realize it or not, knives are deeply woven into the fabric of our everyday existence. They slice through the mundane, making our daily tasks a bit easier. From the kitchen, where they help us prepare our meals, to the great outdoors, where they aid us in survival and exploration, knives are there, steadfast and reliable. But have you ever stopped to think about how these essential tools come into being? It's not as simple as just shaping a piece of metal. In fact, it's an intricate, labor-intensive process that requires a deep understanding of materials, craftsmanship, and patience. At an industrial level, the creation of knives is a fascinating blend of old-world craftsmanship and modern technology. It's a process that's been refined and perfected over centuries, resulting in blades that are as functional as they are beautiful. But what if I told you that you could experience this process firsthand? That's right, with a bit of guidance and the right tools, you can create your own knife at home. It's a rewarding and educational journey that not only results in a functional tool, but also gives you a deeper appreciation for the craftsmanship that goes into each and every blade. So consider this your introduction to the art of knife making. Over the next several scenes, we'll delve into the industrial process of creating knives, show you how you can make your own at home, and recap the key points of what we've learned. So buckle up as we embark on this journey to discover the fascinating process of knife making. Knife making at an industrial level involves a series of intricate steps. Let's dive into the fascinating process that transforms a piece of steel into a shiny, sharp and reliable tool, a knife. The first step in the process is design. It's in this phase that the shape, size and purpose of the knife are defined. The design is then turned into a blueprint which guides the entire manufacturing process. Next we have steel selection. The type of steel chosen plays a vital role in the knife's performance. For instance, carbon steel is prized for its ability to hold an edge, while stainless steel resists rust and corrosion. Once the blueprint and steel are ready, it's time for cutting. Industrial cutting machines carve out the rough shape of the knife from the steel sheet. Precision is key here, as any mistake could affect the balance and functionality of the end product. The next step is heat treatment. This is where the steel is heated and then rapidly cooled, a process known as quenching. This alters the steel's molecular structure, making it harder and more durable. It's like the knife is going through a trial by fire to come out stronger on the other side. Once the blade has been hardened, it's time for grinding. This is where the blade starts to look more like a knife. Grinding machines shape and refine the blade, creating the edge and removing any excess material. The final step is finishing. This is where the knife gets its aesthetic touch. The blade is polished to a shine, the handle is attached, and the knife is inspected for any flaws. This is the step where a simple piece of steel finally becomes a work of art. And voila! After all these steps, a brand new knife is born. It's a testament to human ingenuity, a perfect blend of form and function, ready to take on whatever tasks lie ahead. Now, what if you want to make a knife at home? Don't worry, we have you covered. Making a knife at home might seem daunting, but with the right guidance, it's entirely doable. Let's walk through the steps together. First things first, you need to decide on a design. This is the blueprint of your knife, dictating its shape, size, and functionality. Do you want a chef's knife for your kitchen, or a hunting knife for outdoor adventures? The choice is yours. Once you've settled on a design, it's time to select your steel. This will be the heart of your knife, so choose wisely. High carbon steel is a popular choice, offering a good balance of hardness and durability. Remember, the type of steel you choose will significantly affect your knife's performance. Now that you have your steel and design, it's time to cut out the shape of your knife. This process, known as blanking, can be done with a bandsaw or a hacksaw. Be sure to follow your design closely and remember, safety first. Next up is heat treating. This step is crucial to harden your knife and improve its durability. You can do this at home using a simple propane torch and oil for quenching. It's a delicate process though, so take your time and be careful. Once your blade is hardened, it's time for grinding and polishing. This gives your knife its sharp edge and shiny finish. You'll need a belt grinder for this. Start with a rough grit belt to shape the edge, then gradually move to finer grits for polishing. Finally, you'll attach the handle. This can be made from a variety of materials, from wood to bone, depending on your preference. Attach it securely to the blade with epoxy, and voila, you have a knife. Throughout this process, always remember to prioritize safety. Wear protective gear, work in a well-ventilated area, and never rush. There you have it, your very own homemade knife. Let's quickly recap the essential points we've discussed today. We started with an intriguing edge, a glimpse into the world of knife making, both at an industrial scale and in the comfort of your own home. In the industrial process, we delved into the details of how raw steel is transformed into a blade. It begins with the forging, where metal is heated until it's malleable and then hammered into shape. This is followed by the grinding process, which refines the shape and adds the bevels. Heat treatment comes next, hardening the blade to ensure it maintains a sharp edge. Finishing up, we have the polishing and sharpening, giving the knife its final appearance and functionality. On the other hand, DIY knife making offers a more personal and hands-on approach. Starting with a knife blank, you shape and refine the blade using files and sandpaper. Heat treatment can be done in a simple forge made from a fire brick and a blowtorch. The handle is then attached, often made from wood or bone, and shaped to fit comfortably in the hand. And finally, the blade is sharpened, ready to be used. Each step, whether in an industrial setting or at home, is crucial to the final product. Skipping or rushing any phase can result in a knife that is not only less effective, but potentially dangerous. Safety measures are vital in both scenarios. In the industrial process, workers must wear appropriate protective gear, including gloves, safety glasses, and heat-resistant clothing. In the DIY setup, it's important to work in a well-ventilated area, use clamps to secure materials, and always keep your hands behind the cutting edge. Remember, the art of knife making is not just about creating a tool, it's about precision, craftsmanship, and the satisfaction of creating something with your own hands. It's a process that requires patience, precision, and safety. So whether it's an industrial production or a DIY project, knife making is a journey filled with learning and discovery. Remember, whether it's industrial or DIY, knife making is a process that requires patience, precision, and safety. So, there you have it. The art of knife making. A mesmerizing blend of craftsmanship, skill, and patience, all converging to create something as simple yet as vital as a knife. Whether it's at an industrial level or a DIY project in your own backyard, the process of knife making is a fascinating journey that transforms raw materials into a practical tool. Let's take a moment to appreciate the intricate dance that unfolds in the process of knife making. From the initial selection of materials to the precise heat treatments, every step is calculated, every action deliberate. The hands that shape the blade, the eyes that scrutinize every detail, the mind that envisions the final product, all are critical components in the creation of a knife. Consider the skill involved. The knowledge of metallurgy, the understanding of heat and its effect on metal, the dexterity required to shape and sharpen the blade. It's not just about creating a tool, it's about creating a work of art that's also functional. It's about pouring your heart and soul into something that will be used, appreciated, and in some cases, cherished. And what about the value? Each knife is a testament to the time, effort, and skill invested in its creation. It's a tangible representation of human ingenuity and creativity. When you hold a knife, you're not just holding a tool, you're holding a piece of history, a story of transformation. Now imagine bringing this artistry into your own home. Imagine taking a piece of steel and, with your own hands, shaping it into a knife. The satisfaction of creating something useful, the pride in knowing you made it yourself. It's an experience like no other. Remember, every knife has a story. Next time you pick one up, think about the journey it took to get into your hands. And who knows, maybe your next knife will be one you made yourself.